Let me get a different perspective on this. And Patrice, you'll be interested to hear this as well. Gary Neville has watched it from Old Trafford today. And Gary, I have to reiterate that we started off this conversation talking about how well Spurs had done, but very quickly it got hijacked into a conversation about how awful Manchester United have been today. I don't know if you heard the passion coming from Patrice there, but what do you look now? What do you see as the bigger picture from Manchester United? And a reminder, we're only 3 games into this season.
Yeah, I can't believe we are where we are. Like I said, I thought before the game that Manchester United had grabbed defeat from victory. I thought they handled lockdown well. The club had done a lot of good things. Marcus Rashford's initiatives had won support up and down the country. They finished 3rd in the league, which I think everyone accepted was the best that this club could do with the squad that they had. And then they just had to go in the summer and do the job off the pitch, which was to recruit efficiently, get some players out of the club and get some players in. There's no excuse for those 11 players out on that pitch, say, or 13, 14 players that have played in that game, because they were absolutely pathetic. Their body language was terrible. It was spiritless and spineless in that second half. But I think when you've got a squad that lacks resilience, when it lacks the know-how to win, you're then thinking about the fact that the off-the-pitch stuff with Harry Maguire, Mason Greenwood, you start thinking about the darkness around recruitment, not getting the players. They say Liverpool sign players, they see City sign players, they see Chelsea sign players. And the minute that Spurs go 2-1 up, it's almost as if all those negative thoughts come and drain every single little bit of confidence out of them. Not right, but that's what's happened here. I think that ultimately these players at this moment in time felt as though they wanted support. I alluded to Luke Shaw's comments a couple of weeks ago where he said we need players. Good players, really good players, don't mind other good players coming into the dressing room. I said that I'm sure that those Liverpool players, when Thiago came in, they grew 10 foot tall because they knew they were being made better by a great player coming in. And I think these Manchester United players expected to get some help. They've not helped themselves today because their own reputations have been damaged, because, like I say, that is nowhere near good enough. But the off-the-pitch stuff doesn't help.
Patrice has been unhappy as well, Gary, that this might automatically lead, and apologise if I'm putting words in your mouth, Patrice, do tell me if I am, that this might lead to a conversation about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because of what we've seen over the first couple of games. I suppose the question, Gary, has to be, could somebody else get more from this group of players?
I think for me, Dave, it's almost a sort of a repetitive cycle that we've seen. And we saw it with Louis van Gaal, where he got to a cup final, he won, and then they pulled out on him when he was building half a squad. Decent team, not great, but decent. He was half on his way to getting sort of a team that was building some confidence. With Jose Mourinho, they went half roads, and then they backed out on him in that sort of transfer window a couple of seasons ago, having given him a contract, and he wanted that extra support to go and do it. I just feel that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did achieve the maximum with these players last season by finishing 3rd. There's no way he was going to get to the level of Liverpool and City. So I do think he's achieved the maximum with them. I thought Jose was playing a game a few years ago when he said it was an unbelievable achievement to finish 2nd with that squad, but I think he's probably on reflection right. I think it was good last season that Manchester United finished 3rd, but they were on the shoulder of Liverpool and City, a long way off the shoulder, but they were on the shoulder. And they needed to make sure they got closer. But City have spent £150 million. Liverpool have gone and got Jota and Thiago, and they've strengthened and they've pulled away psychologically before the season even starts. And it's the psychological damage of Manchester United not bringing the players in that I think is also hampering the current players' thoughts. Because we as the media, obviously, we focus on it. We as former players focus on it. Why wouldn't we? The club's job is to build a title-winning team here. Manchester United have to win the title, and we can't drop those standards.